You know, there's something truly remarkable about the human mind. It's never too late to keep it sharp, no matter how many birthdays you've celebrated. If you're over 70 and you've ever walked into a room only to forget why you went in there, or struggle to recall a name that's right on the tip of your tongue, you're not alone. But here's the good news. Just like a muscle, your brain can stay strong and agile with the right kind of exercise. And no, I'm not talking about complicated puzzles or memory drills that feel like homework. I'm talking about fun, engaging brain games that don't just sharpen your mind, they can actually bring a little more joy into your day. So, if you've ever wondered how to keep your memory crisp and your thinking clear well into your golden years, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to explore 6 proven brain games that researchers say can help keep your mind as sharp as a tack. And the best part, these aren't just effective, they're enjoyable too. You might even find yourself looking forward to playing them every day. Let's start with the first game, and this one's a classic for a reason: crossword puzzles. Now, I know what you might be thinking, crosswords? Really? But hear me out. Studies have shown that regularly doing crossword puzzles can help improve verbal memory and delay cognitive decline. The key is to challenge yourself just enough. Not so easy that you breeze through without thinking, but not so hard that you get frustrated. Start with a level that feels comfortable, and as you get better, gradually move up to more difficult puzzles. And here's a little tip. Try doing them in the morning with your coffee. It's a great way to wake up your brain and set a positive tone for the day. Now, let's move on to something you might not expect: card games. Whether it's bridge, poker, solitaire, or even a simple game of gin rummy, card games are fantastic for your brain. They require strategy, memory, and quick thinking, all things that help keep your mind nimble. Plus, if you play with friends or family, you're also getting that all-important social interaction, which is like a double boost for your brain. If you don't have a regular card group, why not invite a neighbor over for a weekly game? It's a wonderful way to stay connected and keep your mind active at the same time. And here's one more before we move on: learning a new word every day. This one's simple but powerful. Pick a word you don't know, look up the meaning, and try to use it in conversation at least once that day. It keeps your vocabulary fresh and forces your brain to make new connections. You could even make it a game with a friend. See who can use the word in the most creative way. Now, these are just the first few brain games we're covering today, but already you can see how small, enjoyable habits can make a big difference in keeping your mind sharp. And the best part, none of these feel like work. They're just fun ways to stay engaged and challenge yourself. So let's keep going, because up next, we've got a few more brain games that you might not have tried before. But trust me, they're just as enjoyable and even more surprising in how they help your mind stay young. You know, one of the most beautiful things about keeping your mind sharp is that it doesn't have to feel like a chore. In fact, some of the best brain games are the ones that feel so natural, so enjoyable, that you forget you're even giving your brain a workout. And that's exactly what we're going to dive into next. Let's talk about jigsaw puzzles. There's something almost meditative about sorting through those little pieces, searching for the right fit, watching the bigger picture slowly come together. But beyond the satisfaction of completing one, jigsaw puzzles are fantastic for your brain. They strengthen your visual spatial reasoning. That's your ability to see how shapes and colors fit together in space. This skill isn't just useful for puzzles. It helps with everyday tasks, like parking your car or organizing a shelf. And here's a little secret. If you really want to challenge yourself, try turning all the pieces upside down, so you're working only with shapes, not colors. It's like giving your brain a mini boot camp. Now, let's switch gears to something that might surprise you: music. Whether you're listening to your favorite tunes or even learning to play an instrument, music has an incredible effect on the brain. Studies have shown that listening to music, especially songs with a strong rhythm, can improve memory and cognitive function. But if you really want to give your brain a boost, try learning to play an instrument. It doesn't have to be anything complicated. Even a simple harmonica or ukulele can work wonders. The act of reading music, coordinating your fingers, and keeping time engages multiple areas of your brain at once. And don't worry if you've never played before. It's never too late to start. The goal isn't to become a concert pianist. It's to enjoy the process and keep your mind active. Next up is a game that's as simple as it is powerful, the 20 questions game. You might remember this from car rides with the grandkids, but it's more than just a way to pass the time. The game forces you to think critically, categorize information, and narrow down possibilities. All skills that keep your mind sharp. You can play it with a friend or even by yourself. Just think of an object, and then ask yourself yes or no questions to figure out what it is. For example, is it bigger than a bread box? Is it something you'd find in the kitchen? The more you play, the better you'll get at asking the right questions, and that's a skill that translates into clearer, quicker thinking in everyday life. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. These all sound great, but what if I don't have a lot of time? Here's the good news. None of these games require hours of your day. Even just 10 or 15 minutes can make a difference. The key is consistency. Think of it like watering a plant. A little bit every day keeps it thriving. And speaking of thriving, we've got a few more brain games to explore, ones that might just become your new favorites. So let's keep going, because the next ones are all about tapping into creativity and curiosity. Two things that keep the mind young no matter how many candles are on your birthday cake. Isn't it wonderful how some of life's simplest pleasures can also be so powerful for our minds? As we get older, we sometimes forget that staying sharp isn't about memorizing facts or solving complex equations. It's about keeping our brains engaged, curious, and yes, even playful. And that brings us to our next brain game, one that might just transport you back to your childhood while giving your mind a fantastic workout. Let's talk about storytelling. Now, you might not think of storytelling as a game, but hear me out. Whether you're sharing memories with your grandchildren, writing in a journal, or even making up a silly tale to tell a friend, storytelling activates multiple parts of your brain. You have to recall details, organize your thoughts, and use your imagination, all at the same time. Here's a fun way to try it. Next time you're with family or friends, start a story with one sentence, then have someone else add the next, and keep going around the room. You'll be amazed at the creative twists and turns that come out, and your brain will love the exercise. Now, let's move on to something that combines movement with mental agility, dancing. You might not think of dancing as a brain game, but research shows it's one of the best activities for keeping your mind sharp as you age. Learning new steps, coordinating your movements to music, and even just remembering a sequence. All of these challenge your brain in unique ways. And the best part, it's joyful. Whether it's ballroom, line dancing, or just swaying to your favorite oldies in the living room, dancing lifts your spirits while it strengthens your mind. If you've never taken a dance class, consider giving it a try. Many community centers offer classes tailored for seniors, and you might just discover a new passion. Finally, let's talk about gardening. Now, I know what you're thinking. How is pulling weeds good for my brain? But gardening is so much more than that. Planning where to plant, remembering which flowers need sun or shade, and even the problem solving involved in dealing with pests or poor soil. It all keeps your mind active. Plus, there's something deeply satisfying about nurturing life and watching things grow. And let's not forget the bonus: fresh air, gentle movement, and the peacefulness of nature. It's a full package for both brain and body. So there you have it, 6 proven brain games to keep your mind sharp, vibrant, and engaged after 70. From crossword puzzles to dancing, each of these activities offers a unique way to challenge your brain while bringing more joy into your daily life. And remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's participation. It's about finding what you enjoy and making it a regular part of your routine. Before we wrap up, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these brain games are you excited to try? Maybe you've already got a favorite that keeps your mind sharp. Share it in the comments below. Let's inspire each other with new ideas and stories. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like it and subscribe for more tips on living your best life at any age. After all, age is just a number, but a sharp mind? That's timeless. Here's to staying curious, staying active, and most of all, staying happy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.